Roblox ASIM games are no stranger to controversies. Hell, it's kind of sort of like become a meme at this point for an ASIM game to eventually get into a drama somehow. And Outcome Memories is no exception. It has certainly had its fair share of dramas and controversies, though I admit some of them have been nothing burgers, and some of them have been more serious. Though none of them seem to be as divisive as the most recent Astranova scandal. Now, Astronova is already a strange person and a strange topic already. They've already caused Outcome Memories drama not once now, but twice. Weirdly enough, both times were things that I've seen people come back from in different scenarios, so I don't know. Admittedly, the first one was essentially solved in DMs and not much came of it, so that really wasn't that big of a deal and was kind of overblown. But we did get some good memes out of it. Recently, however, there was a new scandal that has been leaked on Twitter and all over the internet, and this one I say is far worse than the first one. Now, for those of you who don't know who Astronova is, they are a composer for Outcome Memories and a few other games too. Their works consisted of songs like Cracked Empire and Friends No More, which were community favorites. Everyone loved these songs, and each one has well over 1 million views, and I've even praised the songs in the past. However, a few days ago, a tweet came out about Astronova from a Twitter account named Zomboss, which is crazy to get exposed by someone named Zomboss, but I digress. The tweet that came out alleged that Astronova was in a Discord server meant for a game for not safe for work of Undertale characters, specifically aged up versions of Kara and Frisk. At least as far as I can tell from the tweet itself. I don't know, I'm not in the server myself and I really don't want to be. In the leaked DMs, Astronova confirms that yes, it was them, and yes, they did join the server out of morbid curiosity, and even made a live stream saying yes, they did do the thing that was alleged. So it's cut and dry, right? They admitted to it, and everything should be all hunky-dory. Well, no. Because there are a lot of people straight up defending what she did and saying that there was nothing wrong with what she did, which I feel is just a somewhat disingenuous argument. Now that I've caught you up to speed, I just want to give my 2 cents. First of all, I think that being in the Discord server is already weird enough, though I suppose I can get the whole morbid curiosity defense to a point. Again, we're all humans, and curiosity is one hell of a drug, but once you start to look at the Patreon and be able to have early access to the game that the Discord was about, it becomes pretty obvious what the game is about. I mean, Kara with pretty big honkers is a pretty good picture of what it's about. After seeing that, I don't think it would have been curiosity anymore. I think it would have been more interest. I don't know if that's the right word to convey my point, but that's just the one I'll use. Now, it wouldn't have been the worst thing in the world if they weren't aged up versions of the original characters. Frisk and Kara are pretty young in Undertale. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're 10 in the game, which obviously would be a problem if you were trying to make NSFW of them, so the characters themselves were brought up to the legal age to make it, well, legal. And here's my take on this, though. Frisk and Kara are children in their source material. You took what are children in Undertale and made them not to satisfy urges. I've always said that if you have to change something about a character to make it legal or moral to goon to them, then it's not exactly moral still. Because first of all, why do you want to age them up? That's kind of weird already, because again, you'd have to look at the underage characters and say, yeah, that's material for tonight. That's weird. Again, Undertale has quite a bit of characters that are well over the age of 18. I mean, Asgore and Toriel are right there. I'm just saying. And there are people defending this vehemently. It's strange, though, to play devil's advocate for a second. I guess I can see where they're coming from, but let me put it this way. It's like aging up Cream and Tails to be able to goon to them. To want to do that, you'd already have to have a certain interest in the character already to be able to look at them and say, you know what would hit really hard? A 19-year-old Tails. And that's weird. It's strange, and it's kind of icky. And I don't think that this is a morally good thing. I guess it is technically legal, but not moral. In their stream, they also admitted that they wanted to go to therapy, which is really weird to me, because they only brought up the fact that they were going to therapy after they've been caught, but that could just be a coincidence. I guess you don't just walk around advertising that, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to therapy. That's not really something you advertise. Also, the fact that they forgot they were in there when they were holding a Patreon subscription is kind of weird, because, you know, that's $120 that you just don't know where they went. So that's also a little strange. Just overall, it's a really, really weird situation and really weird scandal that I honestly didn't think that we would be seeing in Outcome Memories, but it's what happened. I think it's a lot worse than some people are making it out to be. This really isn't the case of someone watching something online when they're alone. You know, that's fine. That's not hurting anyone. That's not gooning to underage people. This is a case of having to jump through hoops to justify the morality of it. And that is where it sort of becomes a really, really, really dark gray area. Because, again, technically they are over the age of 18, but they are still minors in their original like source material, and that's just, and you want to bend them over. That's just weird. And that's just my 2 cents. I don't want to say they're not a pedo, but they're a weirdo. There's a difference. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents. Sorry for what is probably the terrible mic quality. I have strep throat. That's why I haven't been working on videos lately. It's kicking my ass. Anyway, that's pretty much it. See ya.